What it do, Commanders fans? Man, this feels good. Oh my goodness. The Commanders are trading for four-time Pro Bowler cornerback Marshon Lattimore from the Saints. This is a huge trade. And look, all day long trade deadline, there were some trades made earlier today. The Lions traded for Zadarius Smith. I know the Bengals traded for Khalil Herbert from the Bears. We needed to make a trade. In my opinion, we didn't need to make a trade. However, the Lions, they are getting better. All right, they're making trades to get better. Right, the Ravens, they're getting better. I know the Steelers just made a trade for Mike Williams. If we want to really be able to beat a team like the Lions or like the Packers or any other team in our conference, we needed to make a big splash move. And I'm talking about this year. And we did just that, man. It was reported by Jonathan Jones first that we were interested in Marshon Lattimore along with the Chiefs and other teams as well. And then Adam Schefter came out and reported it. And then Ian Rappaport did. Ian Rappaport said that we have a lot of ammunition in the draft. And we did. We do. And we were able to get this trade done, man. This is a huge, huge trade. Marshon Lattimore comes in and immediately becomes our best cornerback, our best DB, our best player on defense. This guy is an animal. Let's look at the trade compensation here. So the Commanders get Marshon Lattimore and the Saints 2025 fifth round pick, and the Saints get our third round pick. Now, we have two third round picks. One from the Jahan Dotson trade, which is the Dolphins' third, and one that is our own. We gave the Saints our own third round pick. We did not give the third round pick we got in the Jahan Dotson trade, which is huge because the Dolphins, they're looking pretty bad this year. They're 2-6. They're not going to go anywhere. So the fact that we get to keep that pick, which is going to be the higher third round pick, is massive. We also gave up a 2025 fourth and a 2025 sixth. And look, some fans may look at that as an overpay. I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, it's not an overpay. Marshon Lattimore is a game changer. All right, he is a needle mover for this team and will be for this year and years to come, for the foreseeable future, because he has 2 more years left on his deal after this year, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be making a combined $38 million, which is actually not bad. We're going to have the cap space to afford him, all right? And it's great because we have a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels, an elite rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels, elite quarterback in general. So we get to make trades like this. We get to make moves like this, and we're going to be making more moves like this come the 2025 offseason, man. I loved this trade, man. Shout out to Adam Peters, man. Adam Peters. Look, I never had any doubt with you. And I said yesterday that it was going to be a bit difficult to get this trade done because, with the money, we might have to restructure Marshon Lattimore's contract. The Saints restructured his deal before the season started, so we only have to pay him like $600,000 for the rest of the season, which is insane. We're getting him for extremely cheap. Now, next year, we might have to restructure his contract a bit because his cap hit next year is $31 million, which is a lot. However, if we don't want to restructure, then we'll be able to afford him regardless. But, man, this trade is just so huge. Like I said, we're in the NFC. We're 7-2. The NFC isn't the strongest right now. However, there's still strong teams like the Vikings, the Lions. The only team in the NFC I'm really scared of are the Lions, and the Lions just traded for Zadarius Smith today. If we wanted to be able to compete with them this year, then we needed to make a move like this, man. AP, he was aggressive. And I didn't know if he was going to be aggressive or not because AP, he really cares about those draft picks, man. We had, I want to say 9 before making this trade. Now I think we have either 7 or 8. We're getting our 5th round pick back. So if I can remember, I think we have our 1st round pick, our 2nd. We still have that 3rd from the Jahan Dotson trade. We don't have a 4 anymore. We have a 5th. And I think we have another 6 as well. And we either have 2 or 3 7th round picks. The late round picks might be a little bit off, but we should have about 7 to 8 picks right now, which is really good. That is super good, man. Obviously, Marshon Lattimore, he was not going to be cheap. He is one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, and he's only 28 years old. He turns 29 in May, so we're going to have him for a couple more years, man. But this is such a huge trade, man. It really is because our secondary, y'all know we needed help in our secondary. So making a trade like this is huge. And we didn't have a guy that could guard Malik Neighbors. We didn't have a guy that could guard CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. But now we do in Marshon Lattimore, who has gone up against all those guys and has done a good job against all those guys. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, CeeDee Lamb. So I just absolutely love this trade by Adam Peters, man. This was amazing. A1 general managing, man. Incredible. So now Marshon Lattimore, he's our cornerback one. He's probably going to get 23. I'm not going to lie, C-Rod. You had a really good game versus the Giants, but you're going to have to come off that number 23, man, because Marshon Lattimore, he's cornerback one, best DB on our team, best player on our defense. You're going to have to give him that 23, but, man, this is amazing. So now with our cornerback room, Benjamin St-Juste, he probably goes to the bench. Now, we may decide to have him outside of Marshon Lattimore as our cornerback two, but honestly, I would put him on the bench because Noah Igbenogany, he's been pretty solid for us this season. And then Mikey Sanders still, you're not pulling him off the field, all right? Mikey is a physical tackler, and he's been getting better and better each and every week with his coverage skills and tackling, basically his play as a whole on defense. So you're not pulling Mikey Sanders still off the field, and in my opinion, you're not pulling Noah I off the field. So if I had to guess, I think you can put either Noah Igbenogany or Mikey Sanders still on the inside or outside. If I had to guess, I think they're going to leave Mikey Sanders still on the outside and then have Noah Igbenogany on the inside as our slot corner, where those two have been playing all along. So Sanders still on the outside across from Lattimore, and then Noah Igbenogany on the inside as our slot corner, and then obviously Marshon Lattimore as our cornerback one, man. So once again, this is a huge trade, man. This is a huge trade. Marshon Lattimore, he's been a baller ever since he's gotten into the league. Now, the number one concern with him and the number one drawback of this trade is his health. He hasn't played a full season, I want to say, since 2022 or 2021. I can actually look it up right now. But he only played in 10 games last year, which is not great. He's played in 7 this year, so he's dealing with a little bit of a hamstring injury. However, I still think he should be good. He hasn't played on a full season since 2021, so that's a bit of a drawback of the trade. However, if he can stay healthy, man, he can be absolutely incredible for us, man. So, you know, he's a baller. Most interceptions he's had in a season was back in his rookie season where he had 5. He makes plays. He's a needle mover. He's just everything you want in a cornerback one. So I'm so happy we made this trade, man. And we gave up. It's a fair trade for both sides, to be honest. The Saints, they're done, all right? And at this point, I feel like they just need a reset. They need to go on a full rebuild. So this was the right move for them, and this was the right move for us. So I'm so happy we made this trade. And with this trade, you don't have to worry about one side of the field with Marshon Lattimore, all right? You know he's going to cover that one side of the field. You can, you know, figure out the rest, the other side of the field. But with Marshon Lattimore, man, you do not have to worry about one side of the field. And with Lattimore, Joe Witt Jr. will be able to do more stuff with his defense. We know that with our cornerbacks, we can't really run a bunch of man coverage because we know Benjamin St-Juste, he's very physical. He's very handsy. He isn't the greatest in man coverage. Noah Igbenogany, he's not bad in man coverage. Mikey Sanders, the same thing with him. But we play more zone than man, I feel like, because our DBs just can't play heavy press man coverage. They aren't that great at playing heavy press man coverage or man coverage in general. Well, with Marshon Lattimore, we will be able to do that, man. It's just so great. I'm really excited to see what Joe Witt Jr. will be able to do with Marshon Lattimore being added to this team, man. I really am. And shoot, wait, we may not even be done, man. I mean, we could still go out there, make a trade. Jonathan Jones, I think he's available from the Patriots. We've probably been calling around him. I know that Jeremy Fowler reported, or was it Diana Rousine? Let me scroll up here. It was either one of those two, but they reported that we called about DJ Reed from the Jets. However, the Jets, they weren't going to trade him, so instead, obviously, we managed to pull off a trade for Marshon Lattimore, which I'm so happy about. I'm not going to lie. I thought that the Saints would trade him to the Chiefs. I was getting a little bit nervous. However, we managed to pull it off, man. Shout out AP. Honestly, we should just build him a statue. I'm not going to lie, because everything AP has done to this point has been incredible. All right? Every single move he's made in free agency, through trades, through the draft, everything he's made, everything he's done has been incredible, man. So shout out to Adam Peters, man, because, man, he's awesome. He's awesome. But once again, man, I'm so happy we traded for Marshon Lattimore. We finally got a cornerback one, and this is not a rental. He's going to be here for the foreseeable future, maybe the next 2, 3, maybe even 4 years. We shall see. But, man, it's just awesome to make a trade like this because Marshon Lattimore, he is a needle mover, and he will allow us to be more competitive against a team like Detroit or Minnesota, man. So, once again, I am I'm so happy right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm at loss for words because this just doesn't feel real. This just does not feel real, man. I mean, when was the last time we made a big move like this in an orderly fashion? When was the last time this team was as good as it is right now, man? It's just incredible, man. It really is. So that is it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment down below how y'all feeling after we traded for Marshon Lattimore. It should become official maybe later today. Other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.